Watch out, adrenaline junkies. These are the top 10 fastest motorcycles in the world 2018 edition. Number 10. Clocking in at a sluggish 174 miles per hour at number 10 is the BMW K 1200S. This lightweight and agile touring bike from BMW features an 1157cc 16-valve 4-cylinder engine generating 164 horsepower and 10,250 RPM. What does this mean in terms of power and speed? It can go 0 to 60 in just 3.2 seconds. Weighing in at 499 pounds, this bike feels like a smaller bike due to the Duolever front suspension. To help ensure a low center of gravity, the engine was also mounted diagonally. This supercharged beast also includes a revolutionary suspension system, and if all that power and going fast makes you a bit nervous, no worries. The bike's Evo brakes, along with BMW's Motorrad integral ABS, will help any skilled rider navigate some of the sketchiest situations they might experience, allowing you to go from blazing speeds to a stop quickly and safely. This bike has all that, and we didn't even touch on how beautiful it is. Number 9. The next bike on our list is just a notch faster at 175 miles per hour. This sports bike was made by Italian motorcycle company Aprilia from 2004 to 2010 with a 998cc V-twin engine that cranks out 141 horsepower and 10,000 RPMs. This gorgeous hunk of metal can go from 0 to 60 in just 3.1 seconds. Considered one of the world's most desirable bikes, you will still find this bike pretty much in use. It features Aprilia's pneumatic power clutch system, which limits rear wheel lockup on down changes, and that Rotax V-twin engine is installed in a way to make it more compact and provides plenty of horsepower to get you there fast. This bike may be pretty, but considered bulky when compared to Ducatis. However, it does have the best quality seat out there to get you where you're going, not only fast, but comfortable as well. Number 8. We ratchet up a bit even more with the MV Agusta F4 1000R, rocking the speedways at a top speed of 184 miles per hour. This superbike was a limited edition from Italian manufacturer Agusta. With a 16-valve liquid-cooled engine and 1,000 cc's, this bike can produce a maximum power of 174 horsepower at 10,000 RPM, pushing this bike from 0 to 60 in just 2.7 seconds. Take this monster engine and couple it with 8-level traction control, and you can feel safe handling the sharpest curves and straightaways at these intense speeds. This model underwent a radical performance-oriented transformation with its engine, suspension, and brakes. Agusta introduced on this particular model a radial braking system, forged Brembo wheels, and even new Marzocchi forks. All this was wrapped up in a pretty little package that included graphics and color schemes normally only available to limited edition models. Number 7. The only reason the Kawasaki Ninja ZX 14R is at number 7 on our list is because they're much faster bikes, coming in at a top speed of 186 miles per hour. I don't know how much faster you need. Not only is this bike stunningly beautiful, but it's a beast. With a 1441cc 4-stroke, 4-cylinder, 4-valve liquid-cooled engine producing 197 horsepower at 10,000 RPM, it can take you from 0 to 60 in 2.6 seconds. It has a lightweight monocoque aluminum frame designed for responsive handling. That, along with the 3-level traction control system, helps you keep this beast tamed and under control. And in line with keeping you in control at all times, the bike has 2 power modes, a full power mode for peak performance and a low power mode for milder response. Well, it comes in a variety of colors from Emerald Blaze to Pearl Storm. Even though I'm not a big fan of green, I must admit, this green metallic carbon gray version is, to put it mildly, hot. With each and every bike, we just get a bit faster and faster, but you won't believe how fast they get by numbers 3, 2, and 1. Number 6. Topping in at 190 miles per hour, we have the BMW S1000RR. This model sports a 999cc 16-valve engine, but with its new intake cam and lighter inlet valves, it makes it faster than its predecessor. With a 4-cylinder engine capable of 199 horsepower at 13,500 RPM, it can go from 0 to 60 in just 2.4 seconds. This sports bike was designed for speed. BMW gave it a really light frame, hitting the scales at just 403 pounds. But don't worry, BMW didn't skimp when it comes to providing form and function. This 2-wheeled beast features cruise control and 3 modes: rain, sport, and race to ensure optimal coordination of electric throttle, ABS, and ASC even in changing conditions. Along with its dynamic traction control system, that along with ABS comes standard, you are assured of more safety when taking this bike out onto the streets or highways. Number 5. We're just halfway there and we're already approaching the 200 mile per hour mark. The Honda CBR 1100 XX Super Blackbird hits a top speed just under that with 190 miles per hour. Under the hood, this monster sports an 1137cc liquid-cooled inline 4-cylinder engine that maxes at 153 horsepower and 10,000 RPM, getting you from 0 to 60 in a bit under 2.8 seconds. This bike was developed to challenge the Kawasaki Ninja ZX11 as the world's fastest production motorcycle, and it succeeded. In fact, the Blackbird is named after the Lockheed SR-71, a speed record holder itself. Even though the bike hasn't been in production since 2007, it's still very popular today. Considered one of the best all-around motorcycles out there, built with look of speed and performance in mind. This is also a very comfortable ride. It is heavier than a lot of other bikes out there, creating some slowdown on turns and curves against much smaller bikes. But these bikes are reliable and seem to maintain their value over time, a testament to the design and power behind this Honda brand. Number 4. At number 4, we finally break the 200 mile per hour barrier with a Kawasaki Ninja H2R that tops out at an eye-bulging 222 miles per hour with a max power of 197.3 horsepower at 11,000 RPM. The 4-stroke, 4-cylinder, 4-valve liquid-cooled engine and supercharger lets this street rocket take you from 0 town to 60 in just 2.5 seconds. Is that fast enough yet for you? Because of its speed and with your safety in mind, Kawasaki installed an electronic rider support suite that consists of the Kawasaki traction control system, the Kawasaki intelligent anti-lock brake system, the Kawasaki engine brake control, and Kawasaki launch control mode. Wow, that's a lot of Kawasaki's in there. Not only is this monster fast, but it's tough. Kawasaki specifically crafted the engine for the Ninja H2R to endure the extreme stress from the power created by a supercharger. That, along with the dog ring transmission that allows you effortless short shifts, this bike provides you with smooth actuation and top performance, something you would expect from a world-class superbike. Number 3. Next bike up features one of the most powerful production motorcycles out there, the MTT Turbine Superbike Y2K, which tops out at 227 miles per hour at a max power of 320 horsepower and designed to extract the heat energy from the exhaust so hot it was reported to have melted the bumper of a car behind it at a red light, and it converts that heat into power. This will get you from 0 to 60 in just 2.5 seconds. The MTT Turbine Superbike Y2K was the first turbine-powered street-legal motorcycle featuring a Rolls-Royce Allison gas turbine engine that is warranted for life. Fun fact, not only was it recognized by the Guinness Book of World Records as most powerful production motorcycle, it was also the most expensive production motorcycle ever. Another fun fact, former Tonight Show host Jay Leno was the owner of the very first production Y2K turbine motorcycle with serial number 002. When speaking about the bike, he said, "It really does scare you half to death, but it's great fun." This bike is fast, classy, and powerful, with Leno also describing it as one of the all-time sexiest. And it's a jet, and because it's the best motorcycle for shutting up the Harley guys. Number 2. At number 2, the Suzuki Hayabusa is a bit controversial because the top speed ranges anywhere from 197 to 272 miles per hour. I've included it at number 2 based solely on the report that on April 13, 2010, Bill Warner, riding a Hayabusa street bike, set a top speed record at 272.34 miles per hour on Maxton Mile. The link to that article is in the comments below. The bike is named after the Japanese name of the peregrine falcon, the fastest bird in the world, which flies at a top speed of 203 miles per hour, featuring a 1,397cc 4-cylinder 16-valve liquid-cooled engine. This engine maxes out at 197 horsepower and 6,750 RPM, and you can get from 0 to 60 once again in just 2.5 seconds. The Suzuki dual throttle valve is designed to ensure you get peak engine performance at all times. What makes this superbike even more interesting is that it allows you to tweak its settings using the Suzuki driver mode selector. Suzuki actually designed a bike that outperforms even $1 million supercar like a Bugatti. This bike is built for straight line speed and acceleration design to allow the rider pull his arms and legs into the bike, turning his body into a key part of the aerodynamic efficiency of the design. While it may be big and bulky, it is beautiful and elegant, especially when it takes a quarter mile in under 10 seconds against a Bugatti. Number 1. At a top speed of 420 miles per hour. Yes, I just said 420 miles per hour. The Dodge Tomahawk tops our list of the world's fastest motorcycle ever produced. Hitting the pavement in 2003, only a handful of these bikes have been sold. This bike features an 8.3-liter V10 SRT Dodge Viper engine and can max out at 500 horsepower, taking you from 0 to 60 in a face-melting 1.5 seconds. The Dodge Tomahawk has 4 wheels, each with its own suspension. With an 8,277cc 10-valve 4-stroke engine that most supercars would dream of having, this bike is unrivaled to this day. The Tomahawk isn't street legal and is actually considered a concept vehicle, with people debating to this day on whether or not it's a bike or a car. Whether or not it can actually achieve 420 miles per hour is still being contested because no road tests have ever been published. And with a price tag over $550,000, Dodge called it a rolling sculpture that was not intended to be ridden. Let me know what you think about the Tomahawk in the comments below.